Now it's off the Big Ten title game. Do you think they're in no matter what, Gator?
Yes, I do. Because they beat Ohio State, and Ohio State is no way to improve themselves. Even if they were to lose to Purdue,
Yeah.
It's hard for me to find a way that they're out because, okay, how would it have to happen? USC is likely in right now as the fourth team.
Yep.
So, all right, so who's going to jump? I mean, who's going to be the fifth? Who's going to be in fifth?
The only other option would be Alabama.
Right, which we know Nick Saban's lobbying for it, but a 2-loss Bama team is not going to get in over a 1-loss Michigan team when Michigan beat Ohio State.
Michigan would have wins over 2 teams in the top 10 in Ohio State and Penn State, and Bama's best wins would be Texas and Mississippi State, who I think are 21 and 25. I mean, that might change a couple days. It's weird to think that in the end of all of this – that Michigan's schedule and their wins might be better than Bama's, but it may turn out to be the case.
That's because Bama lost twice. That's what happens. It's why it's tough when you look at teams that look like they had a real shot, like Tennessee. But then Tennessee not only lose to Georgia, but then they totally fell flat in that game against South Carolina. And what are you going to do? But then South Carolina validates that with a big win over Clemson.
So the question is, when these rankings are released, the only drama is who's 5, Bama or Ohio State, because neither of them can improve themselves. So whoever's 5 is the one waiting in case there's a trap for I guess TCU and USC.
Well, that's the thing. You're right. If TCU loses,
I think they're still in.
Probably. Well, they've got the resume where they've beaten. I mean, the teams they beat them when they were ranked in the top 25, but I don't know if any of them are still ranked in the top 25.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much credit you get for that. It's like, oh, hey, we beat Michigan State early in the year when they were ranked 11. Well, do you?
Yeah.
And the Pac-12 has totally cannibalized itself, so they're not going to get another team who doesn't have a chance there.
Ohio State's in a weird position where they almost have to root for Michigan to win so that they don't drop down to 4.
Yeah, I think
you can't, in good conscience, put Ohio State ahead of Michigan now.
I would think Ohio State drops to 5, and that they're the team that they're the team that could get in if, say, USC loses.